What's up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. I am Mr. Ferguson. I am a DIY guy here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning into the channel. For all the new people, we're getting into that time of year where really I can tell by the comment section of my past videos, a lot of people are looking into what type of seed they want to have in their lawn, and that's what we want to talk about and get into today. For those that may be new, that don't know anything about the channel, real quick before we jump into the topic that you came here to listen to, I'm a DIY guy here in North Carolina. Started off with a regular old crabgrass weed-filled lawn with bits of fescue everywhere. Wanted to have more than that though, wanted to have a better looking lawn. I got on to a lawn care plan through Alan Hain, the lawn care nut. Got to listening to a local guy in my state of North Carolina, Pete Denny from GCI Turf, and they've helped me tremendously. And I begin to film my progress as I begin to learn how to take care of grass. And as you guys can currently see, we have officially surpassed the mark of the best lawn I've ever had in the 4 years that I've had a quote premium, really trying to have a nice lawn. This is the furthest I've ever made it into summer. Thank you, Jesus. We finally made it. This is the lawn we currently have, and it wouldn't be possible if we haven't in the past probably 10 days or so had a big cool down in the temperatures all throughout the nation. It's really helped my lawn. The brown spots you're seeing is where we sprayed some herbicide. We're still doing weed cleanup, but the color, the thickness of my lawn has never looked this good in August. So give God the praise, and also to some of the Grass Factor guys that have helped me, and to others out there on YouTube. So anyways, let's jump into seeding. We're getting ready to get into fall. All the lawn vets, all the lawn care nuts out there, all the people that are like, okay, what am I going to try this year? What am I going to overseed with? If you've lost a lot of your grass, you're going to overseed. Fall is the time to do it for fescue. That's what you see here behind me is GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue. In the very back of the woods area, we do have some Jonathan Green Dense Shade Mix. But today we're going to specifically talk about Jonathan Green Solar Green. I seeded this last September. I did it in particular areas. We're going to go up front and look at it here real quick. Let's review the bag now, and then we'll go look at the Jonathan Green seed. We're already here in the backyard, and like I said, man, the lawn is just looking phenomenal for August. I've never had a lawn look this good. I do not have any Jonathan Green Solar Green back here in my back lawn. What you're looking at is GCI Spreader Elite. You're looking now, I do have, like I said, I got some herbicide I've sprayed. We've sprayed some Fusilade. We got some Bermuda creeping in, but where you see the color change here, that's Jonathan Green Dense Shade Mix. We've got leaves on the trees now. They're soon going to be falling out, and all of this, we may have to oversee back here because we won't have that dense shade. I don't know, but you can sort of kind of see the difference. It blends in a little better over here. When we start looking at the shadows, you can see a little bit of a lighter green mix here for the GCI, but some dense shade mix here. But we want to talk about this guy, and this is the only bag I've ever owned of Black Beauty, because it is labeled, let me take the clip off, it is labeled Jonathan Green Black Beauty Solar Green. I'd never seen this. I found it on the Yard Mastery website last year, and what attracted me to it is the fact that it contains Texas bluegrass. It does well in sun or shade. It gets really super good roots. It's good for the heat, and we're in North Carolina. We get a lot of humidity, so that's what kind of drew me into, let's try this Jonathan Green. Now, if I understand correctly, this is a 3-pound bag, and I believe you can only go up to a 7-pound bag. You can't buy this in a 50-pound bag or a 25-pound bag, so please know that. But just here on the bag, this is what it looks like. The bluegrass, it's talking about solar technology, can withstand 100-degree heat. Again, I'm in North Carolina. We get really strong heat, and that's what drew it to me. So what's in the bag? In case you haven't already looked it up, let's talk about that. And here's what my bag contained. It's 29% Toltec Tall Fescue, 29.5% Future Tall Fescue, 29.5 Galaconda Tall Fescue, 9.8% Solar Green Texas Bluegrass. Then the rest is weed seed. You do have some weed seed in here, 0.03, other crop seed, 0.09. So be aware, if you do get this, there is some junk in it. 0.03, 0.09 there. You are possibly going to, you're going to sow a little bit of weeds with this mix here. That's just how it is. That's what they're telling you. It gives you your seeding rates here. It talks more about the Jonathan Green apps on the back, and more about, well, let's look at this right here in case you're unfamiliar with it. But right here it says, I'm going to try to read it without reading it on the screen. Black Beauty Solar Green mixture is very heat tolerant and very drought tolerant, and contains Texas bluegrass with Black Beauty turf type tall fescues. This mixture is perfect for sunny and or shady areas. Solar Green Texas Blue Green can withstand very hot temperatures up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit and require less maintenance than traditional Kentucky bluegrass. This mixture will produce a dark green, heat resistant, highly durable lawn. So that is what they're saying on the bag. You see here the cultivars, 3 pounds of this type of seed mixture, and I don't want to spill this or anything because I didn't use a lot of it, as you see. You're like, Mr. Ferguson, did you use any of that? We used very little, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this clip back on. Let's walk to the front yard. I want to show you a year later what my Black Beauty Solar Green looks like. I just can't get over how gorgeous my lawn is for August in North Carolina. It is incredible. It's not perfect, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Our flowers are doing well. America, we've had rain today. We got a good 1/4 of an inch. We've got a lot going on. Stay tuned to the channel. We've got an update. Well, might as well tell you because it's kind of hard to not tell you with where we're going. But it looks like I was wrong, that Tenacity has really lit up with some trouble spots I've got in my ditch in my front yard. So more on that. We'll continue to give you updates on that, whether Tenacity is going to take out these spots in my lawn that I'm working on. All the brown, for the new people that have not kept up to the channel, you're just here to hear about Jonathan Green seed. All the brown is Bermuda I'm fighting on my bank that has been there since I started this lawn care journey. So I've sprayed Fusilade. It's a very powerful herbicide. That's why it's brown. It has nothing to do with the Jonathan Green. So I wanted to put that out there first, including any of these spots you can disregard. But the main areas, guys, that we put Jonathan Green, Solar Green in my lawn is this section right here. I'm just going to kind of highlight it where my hand is, all the way up to the road here. And then most of, if not all, basically from right here to the left, going all the way down towards that black truck to the left is Jonathan Green, Solar Green. These are all the areas. Now, the first thing I'll say is anybody that is constantly coming back to my channel and watching my updates and my lawn progress knows that this time for the past 3 years, I have never had full grass on my bank like I do right now. So do I give some of that credit to Jonathan Green, Solar Green? Absolutely, yes. I believe the characteristics that we just read on that bag, that it can take up to 100-degree heat, that it has Texas bluegrass in it, has definitely helped for me to maintain grass on this area of the bank right here. But you see that we did lose some all the way on the edge, and we've had different discussions about that right here because we think there's like rock or something underneath the asphalt right here, and maybe it's just not, when it gets hot, the roots are just not deep enough and we lose the grass right there. But the Jonathan Green right here is done well. And the other area that we put it is over here by my mailbox. All of this, basically, there's a strip right here we reseeded all the way until this area of the mailbox right here. Same thing. I've never had it not go away in the summer. We're right on a hill, as you see here. We've got asphalt right here. It gets super hot. We're in North Carolina. We get lots of humidity, direct sunlight, no shade in this area above us, and the Jonathan Green is done amazing. The seed wise, it's not began to trickle back. We've kept it watered. Remember, bluegrass likes a lot of water, but I haven't really noticed that it's stressed out any more than my just regular old fescue mixes. Don't worry about this. It's not Jonathan Green. We did a Fusilade test way back, weeks back. We used way too much. We torched it. Disregard it. It's not Jonathan Green seed, but we did some of that Solar Green right here. So back over here at the bank area, just to wrap this up, the best looking bank I have had in a North Carolina May, June, July, and almost getting towards the end of August, I've never had this much grass on my bank. I've always had it start to eat away, fade away. When I was using GCI turf type tall fescue, it just wouldn't stay. And this year, the Solar Green, I've been impressed. We've lost a little bit right by the road, as we just mentioned, but this is the best looking bank area of my lawn I have ever had. And I do give some of that to credit to Jonathan Green. I will be trying to overseed because I can grow grass here in these dead areas. I don't think this is the seed's fault. Like I was saying, we believe there's rock and junk underneath. So I'm going to overseed some of this right here. And with that bag that I've got, I was just telling you, that's from last year. So hopefully I'll be able to grow some more Solar Green right here on the edge. And it will likely last up until May or June next year. And then if it doesn't get the deep roots, it will probably die off, because that's just what happens with this section right here. It seems like it doesn't matter what seed I do, but the color is gorgeous. It's dark, it's green, it's survived the heat, and this is all, like I said, direct sunlight all day, every day. It says on the bag you can put it in shaded areas, but I can tell you with the direct sun that this gets, yes, it does shrivel up when it's thirsty, but it didn't do it more than my regular fescue out here. Even though this is Texas bluegrass, it didn't seem like, you know, bluegrass is always wanting more water than fescue. That is known, but it didn't seem like it did that more so than with the regular fescue out here. So that's why if you're looking at buying the seed and testing it out, don't think, am I going to have to water it more? Am I going to have to give it more water? I didn't notice that myself. It does stress out, it does need water, but I didn't notice it any more than my regular fescue. I'll just say that, and that's just my opinion of the seed. So to kind of, as I just said, round out this video, wrap this up, do I recommend Jonathan Green Solar Green? Absolutely. I think it worked out phenomenally. I've done more watering this year, but I 100% believe the fact that I bought that Solar Green that's designed for heat and drought tolerant seed and put that on my bank, I believe it absolutely helped. So if you're in North Carolina, if you're in South Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, some of these areas where you're getting super high humidity, you've got areas that are in direct sunlight, and you're like, I just can't get out there and water it all the time. Do I think Jonathan Green seed would help you? Absolutely, I do. It definitely can't hurt. I've never had a bank so full of grass at this time of year, and we're trying to get rid of some of the warm season grass that has creeped into the fescue. One of the downsides is, you know, with GCI Turf and other blue tag certified seeds, you are getting no weeds guaranteed, zero weed seed, zero crop seed. One of the downfalls with Solar Green is you are having 0.03%, as we showed you, 0.09%. You are sowing some weeds into your lawn. If you use a pre-emergent, if you use herbicides that you can spot treat later on, that's not too big of a concern. I didn't notice any type of big, huge increase in weeds when I planted my Jonathan Green Solar Green there. So don't think it's absolutely outrageous and you're going to have an area full of weeds because you've now used a seed that has weed seed in it. So do I recommend it? Absolutely. I think it's great. I plan on, as I just mentioned, reapplying some of that seed here soon after I do my mechanical aeration. So I hope this video has helped someone out there. Thank you guys so much for watching this Jonathan Green Solar Green review. Hope it's been helpful to somebody out there. Subscribe to the channel if you like different talks about seed, about lawn care, about fungicide, about weeds, about all this stuff. We do it all here. We show it to you live, and we show you what we're doing while we're doing it, and we comment about it and talk about it in the section below. So thank you so much. Leave your comments below, and we'll see you on the next lawn care video. God bless.